It's one of the most terrifying sights in Central Indiana high school football. Dragon quarterback Mark Shepler handing off to tailback Jeff Miles.
Well, it's really kind of hard to explain. Well, I like to initially start off through the line, but once I get across the line of scrimmage, I like to try and get outside.
Which usually leaves the defense in the dust. Miles rushed for over 1,000 yards last year, and this fall has already gotten over 1,000 yards and 15 touchdowns with 3 games to go.
Yeah, in 83 and 84, we were explosive like this. About 2 undefeated seasons we had, and we were explosive like this. But overall, we're a much faster team this year than we ever have been.
That goes for the offensive line, which gives quarterback Mark Shepler all the time in the world to spot guys like Tom Carroll. And the Dragon defense has held opponents to just 11 points a game. I'm Lee Owens, News Center 13 Sports.
And from the National Basketball State on Friday night. And one of the big questions, trust me on this, folks, that a lot of people are starting to ask in Class 3A is, can anybody slay the Dragons? Kevin Madden reports from New Palestine.
We're so accustomed to seeing the bigger schools and larger cities produce the best crop of high school athletes in the state of Indiana. That, however, is not the case come harvest time this year. In fact, you have to come here to southern Hancock County to find 2 outstanding offensive performers still very much hard at work. The New Palestine Dragons, ranked 5th in Class 3A, are still playing football. They are currently 8-1 on the year and preparing for Friday night's second-round playoff game against Whiteland. A big reason why the Dragons are still in it is because of the largely veteran senior class. Leading the way is Jeff Miles. He is the top scorer in the state with 28 touchdowns and is also the state's leading rusher. Last week against Batesville, Jeff ran for 306 yards on 15 carries. 4 were for touchdowns.
I feel really good about the whole offensive team and my personal accomplishments, and I really think we're having a good season overall.
When the opposition keys on Jeff, senior quarterback Mark Shepler is there to lead the passing attack. He has one of the best passing efficiency ratings in the state. He, too, had a good game a week ago, 15 of 20, including 3 for touchdowns.
The running game helps the passing game a lot. You know, if they key on Jeff, then we can just throw the ball, and if they key on me, I can just hand off to Jeff and he can score there.
This is the 2nd straight year New Palestine has made it to the second round of the playoffs. Last year, they lost in double overtime to Roncalli. The goal this year is for a longer road trip, one that would take them to the Hoosier Dome.
We try to stay loose and play a lot of fun football and just have a good time here in the playoffs, and hopefully we can go as far as you know, our kids want to go. That's just what it boils down to.
Tell me about DID, as the coach was talking about.
That stands for Dragons and Dome, and we started that at the beginning of the camp, football camp, and we've been working for that all season long, and here's where it's going to start paying off, we hope.
The journey continues Friday night at New Palestine. Kevin Madden, Channel 6 Sports.
Folks, you've heard, of course, of the Chicago Cubs. Well, we've got some Cubs from us. Winners entered their 2nd week of a 6-week run tonight. We'll pick up our action at Howe High School. The Hornets in brown and yellow against Warren Central. Penalties played a big part in this one. Warren coach Jerry Stauffer stormed onto the field in the 4th quarter and was penalized 15 yards. And it hurt because the Trojans in blue against the Roncalli Rebels. The Trojans struck early, doing it on their first possession. Marcus Wiseman breaks loose for a long TD run. Chittard leads 6-0. Then the game settled into tonight for the Rebels. Sean Brown picks off a Mark Bellinger pass coming up right here, and he will go the distance as he rambles 56 yards for the score. Folks, visually, this is tantamount to riding the beast at Kings Island. We're on a wild ride with Ralph Grant down the sideline, but he takes it in. The PAT is missed. The score is tied at 6. Chittard... Get the airbags. Chittard threatens late in the first half. They take it to the 2-yard line, but the scoring attempt ends with a procedure penalty. One of the more exciting highlights on the evening. That sent him to the locker room tied at 6. Chittard pulls it out in the second half, and they win 12-9. And we go now to Franklin Central. The 9-0 Flashes in blue against the Mooresville Pioneers. Franklin up 28-7. Eric Kelly takes the handoff, takes a hit, jars the football loose, but he gets it back himself. He then will fight his way in on the next play with a good second effort. Holds on to the pigskin this time. Franklin Central leads 35-7. Mooresville will be forced to the air late, but the Flashes defense answers the call every time. Dan Easted skies to pick this pass off and finish off the Pioneers 35-7 as the clock strikes midnight for Mooresville. Love that shot. Final stop at New Palestine. The Dragons in red against the Whiteland Warriors. Dragons led 7-0, established the running game. Todd Marks goes up the gut. Ooh, and rumbles 17 yards. Final 42-8. New Pal a winner tonight over Whiteland. And I guess we don't have time for any more scores, but I would like to tell you a couple of more. Marion won, Carmel won, Ben Davis won.
Tonight.
At New Palestine, there were 2 seconds left on the clock, and Cathedral kicker Mike Sheets had a chance to win the game. But his 44-yard field goal was short, so we're in overtime, tied at 22. And Palestine got the ball first and scored, and Mike Shepler hit Todd Marks. The Dragons now lead by 7. The Irish came right back to close it to within 1 thanks to this Bob Brady touchdown. But when kicker Damon Keller tried for the point after, he missed, and New Palestine wins in overtime, 29-28.
Gratifying win of my life. New Palestine football program, New Palestine community. It's the best win we've ever had.
White, first quarter, New Pal leads 6-0. Blaine Bishop, a touchdown right up the middle. Cathedral leads it 7-6. Bishop would then later be hit by Tracy Welcher of the Dragons. John Blackadder jumps on the loose football to recover. 2 plays later, Mark Shepler hooks up with Charlie Frederick on a bomb that appears to be out 80 yards. That made it 14-7. New Pal at halftime. They go on to score a stunning overtime win over the Irish, 29-28.
He steps out of bounds, so it has to come back. But boy, what a catch, what a run. Steps out right there, but boy, look at him go through everybody and in. It came back because he stepped out of bounds. But a minute later, Cole takes it in from the 1. Carmel wins 28-14. The championship hopes are still alive. What a great game at New Pal tonight. Cathedral and New Pal. New Pal leading 14-7 at the half. Irish in the white, scoring the 3-yard run by Brady. They go for the 2 points, and the Irish lead 15-14. With 3rd and inches, Shepler scores for New Pal. Watch this play here. Watch the next one. New Pal again. This is a great game. 22-15 New Pal. Irish with the ball now. Blaine Bishop running 3 yards for the score. Boom! Watch there. That is Mark Shepler for New Pal going in for the score. That made it 22-15 New Pal. Irish now with the ball. Bishop running 3 yards for the score. And the extra point makes it 22-22. With 55 seconds left, Irish gets the ball back. Chance at a field goal to win, but they don't get it. So we go into overtime. New Pal with the ball. First in overtime, Shepler passes 5 yards to Todd Marks for the score. Fedek adds the extra point. It's 29-22 New Pal. Irish scores on the 2nd and 5 sequence. Bob Brady makes it 29-28. But the extra point attempt by Damon Keller is no good. New Pal advances 29-28. A heart.
New Palestine, while it is the state's #1 3A team, Rob Shine literally stealing the ball from New Pal's Jeff Miles. Then Shine, who had 100 yards on 15 carries, struck this one 43 to put Zeville up a whole bunch here. What? Yeah, that's right. Kyle March went 151 yards on 21 carries, and the Eagles advanced to the finals 24-6. Now,
the Eagles in green against New Palestine. Very dependable running back, Kyle March. This guy's a heck of a player. He did the work, keeping Zionsville in control of the football when they led 21-6 in the 3rd period. Ron Thomas closed out the scoring with a 36-yard field goal. The Eagles make plans for the Dome. They beat New Pal without too much problem, 24-6 the final. They will meet in the finals in 3A.
Finals will begin with New Palestine and Zionsville. 3 to go to a championship. Here's Dick Ray.
As expected, the ground game was showcased in this battle of Class 3A powers. New Palestine's Jeff Miles, the workhorse, in a 68-yard opening drive. Miles took honors of scoring the first touchdown of the game.
In gaining the momentum, New Palestine used 19 plays and took over 10 minutes off the clock. It only took a blink of an eye for Zionsville to get it going their way.
It was all Eagles when the point-after kick was blocked. Zionsville star running back Kyle Marsh quickly ripped off a 45-yard run down the far sideline on the Eagles' second play from scrimmage. It was 7-6. From there, the home team controlled both lines of scrimmage, holding New Pal quarterback Mark Shepler in check. The other star in Coach Rick Wimmer's running game got in the act. Rob Shine made it 14-6 Zionsville on a 43-yard second quarter run. Marsh added another Eagle touchdown in the 3rd quarter on a 6-yard run. Zionsville, now 13-0, has a date in the Dome, winning 24-6. In Zionsville, Dick Ray, Wish TV Sports 8.
Right at the beginning of that report, you got a sneak preview of the next